Hey guys, this is Ashish welcoming you to this video. You might be thinking that why am I suddenly starting to make video tutorials on educational stuff? Because I was primarily doing vlogs. Apparently, I really wanted to tackle some educational videos in the later stages of my YouTube channel. The topic that I picked for my first tutorial series is how to write a research paper. Now, why did I choose this topic? I struggled with this when I was in my university as an undergraduate student, and I believe that mainly students in universities at some point have to come across this topic sooner rather than later, either as a demand for an undergraduate study work or a senior project work or a thesis work. Uh, Most of the time, due to the nature of such a topic, the task of writing a research paper becomes very hard. Consider the case of an undergraduate student. First of all, if he's asked to write a research paper, he first has to know what it is. He first has to understand the concept behind writing it. Many people do not actually understand this, and they end up writing things that do not necessarily pass the passing mark, and eventually they lose hope, they feel a little disappointed. Well, what I want to do in this video series is that I will be sharing some of my knowledge that I gathered when I was in my undergraduate course at my university. All the knowledge that I got and gathered will be summarized in this series of tutorial that I'll be releasing. Mainly, we will not be covering exactly how to format a research paper. That's something that I don't want to cover now. But what I will be covering is the fact that the idea behind writing something, regardless of whether it's a research paper, whether it's an essay, whether it's a write up, I will be sharing how to develop that idea, how to nurture it. When I was an undergraduate student at my university, writing research paper felt like something like a rocket, like a rocket science. It's because I was not very comfortable writing it. First of all, the thing was new, and to be honest, I was a very average writer. I was not, like Shakespeare or something. And mainly, I did not know what it was, how to approach such a thing. But what I believe is that undergraduate research is something still very new to this country, and I'll be sharing some of my thoughts, some of my ideas, views about how to tackle such an issue. Now, let me share with you the things that we will be covering in this video series. First of all, we will try to understand what exactly is a research paper. We'll then figure out what a conference paper is. Later, we'll try to distinguish between the differences of a research paper and a conference paper. The fourth topic that we will cover is preparation for writing. You know, as I said, that we will not be covering the formatting in this video tutorial series. All we will do is we'll try to understand how to tackle this situation. Preparation for writing is a huge concept, and I'll be sharing a lot of tips and tricks to you guys. The tips and tricks that I used, and believe me or not, by using all these tips, I have successfully published 4 papers and journals included. And I believe that if I can do it, you guys can do it. I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm not a very smart student. I'm just an average student. And if I can do it, you guys can do it. Then we'll discuss about the disciplines of writing. You know, the disciplines of writing will include the things that you should cover, the things that you should highlight, the things that you should bring out to the open when you write something. And I'll be mentioning some of the best practices that I follow. Even in my master's course, the course which I'm doing right now, I have cultivated all the knowledge, and I'll be sharing this with you so that it becomes very easy and understandable at a later stage. And when the term writing research paper comes into play, it will become a piece of cake for you guys, trust me. Lastly, we'll be covering the most crucial part of our series, which is criticizing your ideas. Whenever you come up with a topic, whenever you come up with your ideas or your views, your point of views, you have to learn how to criticize them. You have to learn how to cross check them. You have to come to terms with criticism. There is a thing called constructive criticism. This is something very crucial for writing papers. And not only papers, actually, constructive criticism should be part of life. If someone is criticizing you, if it is a positive criticism, you have to take it, you have to understand it, and then you have to build upon it. You know, just shutting your ears down to incoming criticism is actually bad for you. You know, you can live you can live inside your glass bubble all you want, but when you are trying to portray yourself to the world, you have to take in ideas, you have to take in how the other people thinks and how they think about your topic. you know if they are pointing out some of the mistakes that you have made, it's for the better. you know and if they are bullshitting you, that's a completely different story. So at the end of the day, these are the things that we will be covering, and I hope that after covering all this, you guys will come to terms with this topic and you guys will immediately feel a change in yourself. Well, thank you very much. Stay tuned for the next video. Like and subscribe if you think that this video was helpful. Share this video with your friends, with other students that you know, with your peers in your university, because at the end of the day, sharing knowledge is going to be the next big thing, and it is the next big thing actually. Knowledge should be free. That's what I think. Anyways, stay tuned for the next video.